introduction of the lanterns. And you can see from the picture, this one is the most common lanterns, and most of them are red, oval shape, and decorated with red or golden tassels. And typically they come in many different shapes, including square, rectangle, and spherical. And the history of lanterns. You can see this picture. This lantern is from the Han Dynasty, and why they are invented because the original use of lanterns was primarily as a light source, and they were used both indoors and out to provide a shaded light for reading and working. And it also can offer the protection from wind, which is provided by the decorative silk or paper shape, and it kept the lanterns from going out with the breeze. And the meaning of the lanterns. While the earliest Chinese lanterns were created for practical use in a house and as entranceway lighting, they eventually became highly ornamental and a status symbol. This is evident from how the rain lanterns are extensively used in the Shao family's compound, and this is built in the Qing dynasty, as well as alleged to the Siheyuan houses compounds and typical of Beijing, but also seen elsewhere in China. And the color part, aside from the popular red color, the pink, because you can see the lanterns were made by many colors, and every colors have their symbol, have their meaning. So like pink symbolizes the romance, and white represents good health, and green equals to growth, and orange means money, yellow brings you good luck, and like light blue and purple makes your dream come true. And also about the shape, the most common part is the round shape, and it symbolizes the wholeness and togetherness in China. And also it equals to the full moon, so it means it often used in the Mid-Autumn Festival. And some you can see from this picture, some lanterns will have some words on it. So, like the Chinese calligraphy, like common decorative writings represent best wishes for a long health life and a prosperous wealth future. And the most common one is like Chinese people like to write dragon on the lanterns because it makes people feel like they will get good luck, get good, more rich, yeah. And the art part. Typically, lanterns crafters will paint dragons for strength, bamboo for resilience, butterflies and flowers for happiness, and trees and plants for growth. The Chinese animal for the year also make it into New Year lantern design. And in ancient China, they were used to provide light and eventually as aspect of Buddhist worship. And today, the lanterns are used only for decoration and modern forms of celebration and worship. And it has become a symbol of nation pride in China and are used to decorate homes and public places. And the types, there are 3 types of lanterns in Chinese culture. You can see the first type is the hanging lanterns, and this is the most common one. And these decorative lanterns are hung in both homes and most national cities and in rural areas. And lanterns hung at Chinese New Year are thought to scare away the monster and bring good luck to the whole family. And second type is the flying lanterns. On special occasions such as the Mid-Autumn Festival, you can see a unique type of floating lantern being released into the night skies over China, and these lanterns are propelled by rising hot air and generated by the flame with it. They are beautiful to watch and are often released in large groups for more eye-catching effect. And the third one is the floating lanterns. You can see these on the Dragon Ball Festival, and they take place near rivers because it will float on the water on the river. So, and this also means they want to worship, and they want they will write some dreams on it, and maybe some will use it to worship their ancient.
I'm going to talk about the Lantern celebration in China. And in fact, I think the Lantern celebration in China is quite similar to Taiwan. And you can see the picture is quite similar to Taiwan, right? And it is also take place on the 15th day of the first Chinese lunar month. And the festival is viewed as the end to the Chinese New Year celebrations, and is celebrated with the release of floating and flying lanterns. And you can also see that people in China, they will also light lanterns, and they will have some handmade lanterns too. And the Lantern Festival is the best time to view Chinese lanterns, and they will also get together. They may keep their boyfriend or girlfriend a company to participate in this festival. And they also have the harping ice and snow sculpture festival, and it is combined with Lantern Festival, and you can see the pictures. And in this year, there are over 1,000 ice lanterns are illuminated. I think it's quite beautiful, and if I have chance, I want to visit. Yeah. And as for Taiwan, you can see we have 4 performers: Taiwan Lantern Festival and theme decoration. And I think one thing is cool is that in our Sanchong River Bank, we also have a Lantern Festival, and it combined with night market, so we can spend a lot of time on it. And it not only attracts Taiwanese people, it also attracts foreign visitors. And the most famous one in our Taiwan is Taipei and Kaohsiung Lantern Festival, because its scale is bigger. And you can see the upper pictures are Taipei Station Lantern Festivals. And I believe some of you will go to Taipei Station to take a look at it. And colorful lanterns of all sizes and shapes have always been the main feature of the Lantern Festival, and sometimes I think it is quite relevant to the zodiac animal. For example, this year is pig year. So we have pig decoration in North Gate. And as for Kaohsiung Lantern Festival, it is held along the Love River. And during the festival period, both sides of the river, as well as Wufu Road, Helping Road, and Guangxing Road Street, and others, well, they will combine, and they also have musical performance. And in Pingxi, it also has the Sky Lantern Festival, and it is quite famous. And I think it is not only held on the first month of the year. It is every month. Every time you can go to Pingxi to celebrate. And it is now as a symbol of peace and good fortune. However, because of environmental protection, so people in Pingxi now cannot always fly the lantern. They will have the limit number. And the famous of Taiwan is bombing of Master Handan, and you can see it is the highlight event. And the Master Handan is referred today as the god of wealth. And people believe that he was once a real person named Zhao Gaoming. And it is often held in Taichung. And on the day of the festival, Master Handan is joined on his tour of the community by guards from other temples in Taichung and surrounding townships. And you can see they will use many firecrackers and use some light strings to welcome the Master Handan. So it will sometimes be very loud, noisy sometimes. And you can see it is the picture of the God, the image of God. And there are several stories as to why the people throw firecrackers at Master Handan. And in one version, Master Handan is the god of polygons, and his power grows with the loudness of the explosions. So a less widely accepted expression is that Master Handan is afraid of the cold, so the people throw firecrackers at him to keep him warm and win his blessing. So it just depends on your thoughts. And for me, I believe more on the last version because Handan afraid of cold. Yes. And the conclusion is that we are here to help everybody to know more about Chinese lantern and wish everyone bring good luck through handmade lantern.